Alright, chat. First things first. Does streams sound okay? Is the quality okay? Because OBS is telling me I've dropped like half of my frames, and that's a little worrying to me. I want to make sure like we have a smooth show. Because I don't need shit crashing like every 5 fucking seconds. That is the absolute last thing I need. It's good for you? Alright. I hope it's just OBS being stupid for no reason. But if something does end up happening, if the stream does end up crashing, I'm probably going to reset my internet and see what happens after that. So if it does crash, give me a couple, like 5-ish minutes, and then we'll be back up. But back to the show. We got a lot to talk about. As we all know, BCW held their half of the RHW Memorial Show. And in the main event, Kent Killstrom went on to win the RHW Memorial Championship, but in doing so, he ended up tearing his meniscus, and he is out for 5 months. And so he will be forced to vacate the title as a result. And next week on TNC, we will crown a new champion between the other two competitors in that match, being Aiden Kennedy and one Pete Brents. And also, a little bit of breaking news. Despite now being out of jail, bro is not Finn Balor. Despite being out of jail, Owen Spade has gone off the grid. We have not seen him in the building or heard from him anywhere besides one Twitter post since he got out of jail. I don't know what happened. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he went. So that's a little concerning. Hopefully we'll get some answers soon, but you never know with Owen Spade. We'll see what happens. Yeah, somebody find my goat. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get into this show, shall we?
Yeah. Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a PI, kind of time we on. Don't roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond.
We kick off this week's episode basically where we left off last week. Another opportunity for the Corruption to win back the tag team titles. And the only reason that they're getting this opportunity is because they got screwed by the ref last week. We all saw that Tyler Vincent's foot was underneath the bottom rope. It should have been a rope break. It was a rope break before when Cole Crimson's foot was under the rope. Wonder how the BHS will cheat now. But yeah, the CEO was not very happy with the ref in that match, so he decided that we're gonna run it back right here, right now. Hopefully there will be no referee shenanigans in this match like there was last week. That was absolutely ridiculous. I think I forgot to turn down their music in the editing. Shit. Turn it down here. My God, that was too loud. There are your World Tag Team Champions. BHS defending for the second time against the Corruption. So these two teams have plenty of familiarity with each other. Cole Crimson hoping for a little more assistance, you will, from his tag partner Zyler Glass. Because after the first 3 minutes of the match last week, Zyler Glass basically turned into a manager. And it basically turned into a 2-on-1 handicap. So yeah, a little safe to say that Cole Crimson was a little agitated with his tag partner. Shouldn't even be champions. I mean, you can't really say that because they won the belts fair and square. And you never really know what would have happened had the ref done their job properly last week. Zyler Glass has to show up to work today. I know, how unfortunate.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 440 pounds, Tyler Vincent and Matt Marco, the Coalition. And their opponents at a combined weight of 493 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Tyler Gates and Cole Crimson, the Brotherhood.
There you see the BHS handing off those tag titles once again. Zyler always shows up. I mean, he barely showed up last week. Bro was a fan. It will be Tyler Vincent and Zyler Glass to start this one off. And Glass out of the gate, nobody home for that leg drop. Tyler Vincent saw it coming the whole way. Already we're getting a double team from the Corruption here. Marco off the top with the shoulder block. And now a lion salt by Marco. Now Matt off the ropes. One for the axe handle, nobody home. Zyler missing that leg drop again. Big back fist by Matt. And now a tag back into Vincent. Glass stumbled on the outside, now finally getting back into the ring. Kick to the gut by Glass. Now one by Tyler Vincent. And now here come the strikes from Tyler. Big back fist sends Glass into the ropes. And now a stun dog into, or not stun dog, stun gun. Holy shit, I'm thinking of Stun Dog Millionaire. Vincent off the ropes, nobody home. Glass, huge German suplex. And now Glass back to his corner to make a tag into Cole Crimson. Vincent and Cole run into each other. Big clothesline by Cole. And Tyler, desperate for a tag, can't get over to his corner. And Cole gonna work on the knee. But Tyler able to counter with a drop kick. Dragging Cole back to his feet. Now trying to send him off the ropes, but it's Tyler who gets sent into his own corner. And once again, Crimson back to the knee. Now it's Cole getting whipped into the corner. Turned around by Tyler, shot to the back. And now Tyler gets the tag into Matt Marco. And another big back elbow by Matt. And now going to start laying in the left hands. And a stomp to the gut. And another one. And another Lion Soul. Into the cover, Marco goes to put this one away to win the titles and a kick out at 1. Now Cole is the one who's struggling, but able to catch the boot and sweep the legs of Marco. Matt able to turn it around though. Repeated kicks to the ribs and a forearm to the face. Cole desperate for a tag. But Matt gonna lay in the back shots to Cole Crimson. And now gets the tag into Tyler Vincent. And Tyler quickly with the double axe handle. Now both men back to their feet. Knees to the ribs from Tyler. You notice in all their encounters, whenever it's Tyler and Cole in the ring together, it's usually Tyler Vincent who's in control. And so far in this match, that remains true. Is Tyler gonna whip Cole into the corner of the corruption? Marco and Vincent with another double team as Marco lays a big right to the torso. But now Cole looking for the bear hug. But Matt with the elbows able to get out of it. And huge stomp by Matt. Not going to let Cole get to his corner. And now Matt hits the back shot. Into the cover he goes, but it's broken up by Glass immediately. Matt with the tag back into Tyler Vincent. Now Tyler going to drag Cole back to the middle of the ring. But Cole able to kick him away. And a huge lariat turning Vincent inside out. And Cole finally going to get a tag into Glass. Tyler off the ropes. Glass with the swinging neck breaker. And now kicking the chest in on Tyler. And now up to the second rope with the elbow drop. Dragging Tyler back to his feet now. Gonna send him into the corner. And now it's the BHS's turn to hit a double team. Big shot to the gut by Cole. Went for the twist of fate, got countered by Tyler into an exploder. Big shot there by Cole. But Tyler able to catch him with an elbow. Now a roll up here, but a rope break is going to break up that pin. Cole able to kick Vincent away. Went for the leg drop, nobody home. And now Tyler sending Cole off the ropes. Huge knee to the gut. Now whipped into the corner of the Corruption. And another double team coming here. As they whip Cole off the ropes for a double back body drop. And now the tag in to Zyler Glass, but Matt Marco saw it coming. And hits the Matusi breaker. Into the cover he goes. 1, 2, kick out by Glass. And now Glass whipped into the corner. And another double team coming here. And a double shoulder block. Glass, Sister Glassagale! Quickly into the cover. Broken up by Marco. And now Zyler looking for the Mind Shatter, perhaps. No, he's looking for the Calf Crusher. He's got it locked in the middle of the ring. What's Tyler gonna do? He's forced to tap out. And the BHS retain. Just like that. What a turnaround for the BHS at the end there. This match was mostly Corruption, but they could not put them away. You were winning in the majority of the match, you bums. Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a choke job by Tyler Vincent there at the end. But all that matters is the results. And the results end still. Your TNC World Tag Team Champions. I'd retire if I tapped out to Zyler Glass. Definitely a rocky performance there from the BHS, but nonetheless, they hang on just enough to keep that gold around their waist. And soon we will await the next challengers for those tag team titles. But now we're going to hear from the new TNC World Champion, who took the belt over to BCW. In an unbelievable scene after defeating Pete Brents. He's not worried about War Games at all. He doesn't care who is the third man for Team TNC. He doesn't care who the fourth man for Team TNC is, because all he knows is winning. And that's all he can do is win. And War Games will be no different. Yes, Cole, you did win, but by the skin of your teeth. It's been a minute since we've seen Haley Blackwell. It's kind of been downhill for her since she lost that women's title. And with all the newcomers at the start of 25, she's kind of been lost in the shuffle a little bit. But now she's getting another opportunity to make her mark here in TNC.
And her opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, Samantha Winters.
Now another former women's champion in Samantha Winters. A little bit of the same story as Haley Blackwell. Lost in the shuffle a little bit after losing the belt. Definitely could be said more for Blackwell, as Winters has been featured a little bit more prominently. Both women looking to make their way back to the top. Speaking of the top, the women's title will be main eventing tonight, as Alexia Lane will challenge Kendall Hendricks. But this match kicking off quickly with a springboard drop kick by Samantha Winters. Repeated kicks to the face, and now a lion salt by Winters. Into the cover quickly, but a kick out by Blackwell. Now both women locking up. Blackwell pushing Winters into the corner. And the ref breaking it up. Winters gets sent back into the corner, but able to get an elbow up. And now both women are going to start trading blows already. Shot by Winters, one by Blackwell. Overhand shot. Blackwell asking for it. Another slap to the face. There's one by Blackwell. Another chop by Winters. Another chop by Winters. That one gets blocked. Winters asking for it. Big slap by Blackwell. She wants another one. Now they're going chop for chop. Big right hand by Winters. Now it breaks out into a hockey fight. Punch after punch. Who comes out on top? It's Haley Blackwell who comes out on top. Up to the second rope. Lands the missile drop kick. And now it's Blackwell into the cover. And only musters a 1 count. Blackwell looking to maintain momentum, but that kick gets blocked. But Blackwell able to counter Winters there with a kick to the gut. Now Winters dragging Blackwell across the ring. Face first off the turnbuckle, and Blackwell's busted open. Big kick to the face by Winters. But Blackwell still able to counter. Now with another springboard drop kick. Rolling Winters over. And just brushing her face with the bottom of her boot. Blackwell planting Winters. Into the cover she goes. 1, 2. Kick out by Winters. And now Blackwell maybe looking for the Blackwell driver. No, she's looking for the chiropractor, and she connects. Into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Blackwell making her way onto the apron, waiting for Winters to reach her feet. Another springboard drop kick. And a big uppercut sends Winters crashing back to the mat. Now Winters can barely make it to her feet in the corner. Blackwell with speed gets tossed over the top rope. Hits an elbow. And now hits a 619 going around the ring post. Now Blackwell sizing up Winters once again. But Winters still got some fight left in her. Big boot to the face. Winters with control of the wrist, but a big elbow there by Blackwell. Off the ropes, Winters goes. And planting Winters once again. And now looking to put this match away once and for all. Down goes Winters into the cover. 1, 2, 3. That was quite the performance from Haley Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell was fucking moving. That was like squash territory. My God. Haley Blackwell was just out for blood. She pulled stuff out of her bag that I didn't even know she had. Like that 619 around the ring post. Where the fuck did that come from? Like, be so for real. I did not put that in her bag.
Here is your winner, Haley Blackwell.
But nonetheless, a very, very impressive win for Haley Blackwell. Kato Takahashi back in one-on-one action here tonight. He's been on a bit of a losing streak, but he's hoping to turn that around tonight. Obviously one of TNC's biggest signings of the year. Aura off the charts as always. It's always my big signings that can never fucking win matches, huh? Kato, Kez, Arthur Bacon wins some matches, but he's too inconsistent. Owen Spade can't win matches.
And his opponent from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 189 pounds, Vincent Azria.
Prove me wrong. You had so many opportunities to avoid jail and you could not win a match. Vincent Azario, another wrestler who's been a bit up and down as far as record and consistency. Matt got pinned and Cole turned off the lights. Well, maybe you should have done something about it. I believe we last saw Vincent Azario in the ladder match that Kato debuted in. Nonetheless, he's back in action here tonight. It's both men desperately need a win, and here we go. Big clothesline blocked, or dodged by Vincent. Now Azario gaining control over the much larger Kato Takahashi. Now Azario turning that into a headlock. Has Takahashi trapped on the mat. Now Kato able to turn it around on Azario. Continuing to wrench at the neck. Using those gigantic legs of his. Now Kato gonna showcase the power. Planting Azario. But Vincent back to his feet quickly, and now these two will lock up. And once again, Azario with control, but turned around quickly by Takahashi this time and turns it into a headlock of his own. Now this time he's going to be the one wrenching at the neck in that headlock. But now it's Vincent turning it around. And he's got the head of Kato trapped in the legs. Both men showcasing good technical wrestling here to start this one off. And just scissoring the head of Takahashi. Vincent quickly up to the second rope here. Went for a forearm, but nobody home. And now Kato just going to batter the face of Vincent Azario. And again, dragging it back to his feet. Big right hand. Vincent able to kick him away. Kato off the ropes. Big arm drag. Into the cover, Vincent goes to put Kato away and a kick out at one. Stomp to the face there. And now straight to the gut. And again, taunting Takahashi. Now he's got the abdominal stretch applied, but Takahashi quickly able to get out of it. Using his legs to hit a DDT. Now a big blow to the back. Azario quickly to his feet, lands a forearm, lands a second forearm, and hits the Pele kick. Into the cover again on Takahashi. 1, 2, and a kick out. Vincent to the apron, hits the springboard drop kick. Off the ropes, hits the scissor kick. And now Azario quickly to the top rope, was looking for the coup de grace, but this time opts for the crossbody as Kato went back to his feet. Now he might be looking for the coup de grace. He is, but nobody home. I don't know what the hell Kato was going for there. But a huge clothesline knocks out both Kato and the ref. But Takahashi quickly back to his feet. Kato looked to drag Azario to the ropes, but he got those elbows in on Kato. And now Kato sent off the ropes, ducking under. Is Azario jumping over as the ref back to his feet. Double stomp there by Azario. Yeah, this ref did not deserve that. Big drop kick there. Kato back to his feet. Went for a huge clothesline but missed. Big pump kick by Vincent. Quickly back to the top rope. Looking for that coup de grace once again. This time he connects. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And that is a huge, huge win for Vincent Azario. To knock off a main event caliber player in Kato Takahashi. This young into his career. Kato might be the big washed. No, I don't think so. I think he's just a little rusty.
Here is your winner, Vincent Azario.
A huge win for Vincent. That was easily the best match in his career. I would have to agree. Definitely the best in his TNC career. I think the cage match with Ken in RHW might top this. But definitely in TNC, that was his best match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, the All-Star Champion, Isaac Graves.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aura has returned to our screens. As Isaac Graves is set for one-on-one action in a non-title match against one of Team BCW's own in Hunter Hagen. This will be Hunter Hagen's in-ring debut in TNC. But nobody cares about that bum. We here for Isaac Graves. The man just oozes aura. The greatest All-Star champion of all time, wearing BCW colors to their funeral.
And his opponent from Guilford, Delaware, weighing in at 220 pounds, Hunter Hagen.
Yeah, totally forgot to give Hunter Hagen any kind of entrance whatsoever. But you know what? Bums deserve generic entrances. And here we go. Big right by Hagen out of the way. Out of the gate. He deserves the Madcap Moss entrance. Hagen quickly with control over Graves here. Now turning into a roll-up, looking for a quick win, but a kick out at 1. Graves turning it around into a pin of his own. And now Hagen with the backslide. And an immediate kick out by Graves. Now Hagen with a springboard drop kick to the back. And now a springboard cross body. Graves back to his feet as both men lock up here. And Graves going to force him back into the ropes. And the ref is going to have to break this one up. Big right there. And now a springboard forearm by Graves. And now just stomping a mud hole into the chest of Hunter Hagen. Now lining him up for a big knee. Into the cover he goes on Hagen. 1 and a kick out. Now lock up again here. And Hagen quickly with control of the wrist. And once again wrenching at the wrist and the shoulder of the All-Star champion. Continuing to hold on, but Graves able to counter into a wrist lock of his own. Now turned around again by Hagen. But Graves able to hit those elbows and now hits a clothesline on Hagen. Hits a second clothesline. Catches the leg. Sweeps the legs. And Isaac Graves is fired up. Now just bashing the face in of Hunter Hagen. Dragging him back to his feet. Graves, Stormbreaker. Into the cover on Hagen. 1, 2, kick out. Now lining Hagen up. He's got him set up. Gravedigger. Into the cover once again. 1, 2, 3. Good night, Hunter Hagen. Get this fuck out of this ring, you BCW bum. Blood did not stand a chance. The most offense he got in was during their chain wrestling. That's sad. Yeah, Isaac Graves just wiped the floor with him.
Here is your winner, Isaac Graves.
And Graves building momentum for Team TNC heading into War Games. And we are still gonna find out tonight who the third man is for Team TNC. But for now, we're gonna hear from Olivia Harnage. TNC is where the big boys play. Harnage, sick and tired of waiting for a championship match. She's going to take matters into her own hands now. Her record speaks for itself. She wants the next women's title match And she doesn't care who comes out of the match tonight between Alexia Lane and Kendall Hendricks. She's calling her shot. And I'm gonna be real, I can't argue with her one bit. She's been waiting over 6 months for a title opportunity. And it still hasn't come up. Carnage versus Hendricks, need that. Well, you only gonna get that if Kendall Hendricks can put away Alexia Lane tonight. But we have one more match before that. And that includes this man right here, Sadistico, who put on a banger last week with Aiden Kennedy. Although Sadistico came up short in that match, it was still a fantastic showing. And he'll be going up against a man who put on another fantastic showing of his own last week, but also came up short.
And his opponent from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 250 pounds,
I think it's time, chat, we put a little bit of respect on Seth Ross's name. The dude can hoop with the best of them in this company. And I think it's time we give him the recognition that he deserves. Put on an absolute classic last week with Ken Killstrom in the opener. He's had bangers in this company with many superstars. Keith, for one. Aiden Kennedy multiple times. Ken Killstrom last week. Someone got to check in on his well-being after his dad's broke up. Both men ready to go. Drop kick out the gate by Sadistico, but Seth Ross not going to let Sadistico move, so Sadistico with a drop kick to the knee. But Seth able to counter him there. And now just going to start ragdolling Sadistico. Stomping the chest repeatedly, waiting for Sadistico to reach his feet here. Off the ropes, Sadistico goes. Seth with a German suplex. But Sadistico gonna whip Seth into the mat. Went for a moonsault, but couldn't quite get the distance he needed. And now both men back to their feet. And now they'll lock up after Sadistico dodged the chop. Seth with a headlock applied on Sadistico. Now Seth gonna get sent off the ropes. Sadistico ducking under, now jumping over, and hits the drop kick. Now the kicks and strikes and a flatliner. Off the bottom rope with the moonsault. Into the cover on Seth in the middle of the ring. And a kick out at 1 by the Destroyer. Standing moonsault was blocked with the knees by Seth, and now hits a drop kick to the back. Seth off the second rope looking for the tornado DDT, but again, couldn't get the distance, much like Sadistico. Now Sadistico hoisting Seth up for a sit-out powerbomb. And Sadistico quickly to the apron, waiting for Seth to reach his feet. And he does. Sadistico went for a drop kick, but got countered into a power bomb by Seth. And now Seth up to the top rope. Went for the swanton, nobody home. And now Sadistico with the neck breaker. And now Sadistico out to the floor. But quickly making his way back into the ring and now up to the top rope. Turning around. Sadistico with the moonsault off the top. And now sending Seth over the top, crashing to the floor. And the count begins on the outside as Sadistico going to follow him to the outside. But Seth able to kick Sadistico away, create a little bit of separation and gain the advantage. And now just tossing Sadistico into the stairs. And once again tossing him across the outside. Seth going to target the lower body of the high flyer. As the count reaches 5 on the outside. Seth was looking for the stunner, but it got blocked by Sadistico. And Sadistico going to toss Seth back into the ring. Repeated kicks to the leg. Into the cover by Sadistico. 1. And a kick out at 1. Sadistico moonsault from the top again. And now up to the second rope. Waiting for Seth to reach his feet here. Hits the Hurricane Rana off the second rope. Now wrenching at the chin, but Seth able to escape. And it's Seth who gets whipped into the ropes. Sadistico ducking under. Hits the drop kick, startling Seth. And now it hits a clothesline. Hits a second clothesline. Catches the leg of Seth. Sweeps the other leg. And Sadistico starting to fire up again. And now looking for the sadistic Del Sol. Can he connect? Yes, he can. Into the cover on Seth. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Seth, big uppercut, and now a right hand, a chop, another right, and now a chop block to the back of the knee. Now going after the arm of Sadistico. And again stomping away at the chest. And Seth up to the top rope once again. Didn't work out for him last time. Will it this time? Yes, it will. As he hits the cannonball off the top. And a repeated right to the temple. And now Seth hits the super kick. Into the cover he goes to put Sadistico away. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. Big splash there by Seth. That's blocked by Sadistico. And now it's Seth who gets sent off the ropes. Hurricane Rana. To the apron Sadistico goes. Now making his way back up to the top rope. He's got Seth right where he wants him. Missed the elbow off the top. Instead lands a couple forearms. And now hits the neck breaker. Standing shooting star into the cover. 1, 2, and another kick out by Ross. Another moonsault from Sadistico. Now going to send Seth off the ropes. And hits the Hurricane Rana. Into the cover he goes once again to put Seth away. 2, and another kick out. And again off the ropes. Hits the UFO cutter. Into the cover to put it away for good. 2, and another kick out by Seth. Seth back to his feet. Big boot to the face. And Sadistico on the apron now. Another right by Seth. Oh, but Sadistico caught him. Seth back to his feet. But Sadistico with a flatliner. Sizing up Seth in the corner with speed. Got blocked. Stunner! Out of nowhere by Seth. And now Seth with a moonsault off the top. Are you kidding me? Into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5. And now Seth lining him up for the pop-up powerbomb. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, every week he gets better and better. Another unbelievable match from Seth Ross. But this time he's able to pull out the win. I have no idea how he kicked out of that UFO cutter. I thought that was it for sure. But then he hit that moonsault, pulled out the pop-up powerbomb, and that was all she wrote for Sadistico on this night.
Here is your winner.
Seth went way deep into his bag and was able to pull it out. He went crazy after that kick out. And now before our main event, we are going to hear from Air Zero. We have not seen Air Zero since his world title match almost a month ago now, and he's pretty pissed that he didn't get what he was promised. He was promised a one-on-one title match for the world title, and that never happened. So Air Zero is outright demanding a world title match next week. And if I'm being honest, he's kind of right. He is kind of right. I can't fault him one bit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for
But ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the main event for the women's title. Alexia Lane knocked off Kendall Hendricks just last week in a championship eliminator match. Not his fault Keith was a traitor to this great company. Damn right it's not his fault. But Alexia Lane knocked off Kendall Hendricks last week to earn this title match. And she intends on making the most of this opportunity. Because I'm pretty sure the last time Alexia Lane was in a title match. Holy fuck, that's loud. Can you tell I rushed editing this? Lightning doesn't strike twice, Miss Lane. Last time Alexia Lane was in a title match was all the way back at Full Speed Ahead when she got pinned by Haley Blackwell. Yeah, just a tad. Ah, my ears are back, thank God.
Introducing the challenger from Istanbul, Turkey, Alexia Lane. And her opponent, residing in Hollywood, California, the women's champion, Kendall Henderson.
Kendall Hendricks handing off that title for her first title defense. After winning the title at Battleground just 2 weeks ago. Both women ready to go. And here we go. Hendricks dodging the drop kick out of the gate and laying in those left hands. And now a lion salt, but nobody home. And Lane gonna go after the lower body of Hendricks. And now both these women are gonna lock up. Hendricks using her power advantage to push Hendricks, or push Lane, excuse me, into the ropes. Okay, Alexia Lane just teleported into the corner. Cool. Nice job, 2K. Both women locking up again here. And again, it's the champion with the advantage. But Lane able to turn it around. Now off the ropes with the leg drop. Now a kick to the back by Lane. Now just stomping at the face of the champ. Hendricks back to her feet in the corner. But Lane over the top, wrenching the arm. Trying to hyperextend the elbow of Kendall Hendricks. Now back in the ring, gets met with kicks and strikes by the women's champ. Dodges the knee there. Has that waistlock applied but broken up into a waistlock of her own by Kendall Hendricks. And now a reversal by Lane back into the waistlock. Now turning it into a roll-up. Can she win the title? No. Alexia Lane did not get the distance on that drop kick. Now I'm going to send Hendricks off the ropes, ducking under, big knee to the gut. And now kicks to the face again by the challenger. Quickly up to the top rope is Alexia Lane. Waiting for Hendricks to reach her feet. And hits the code breaker from the top rope. And now sizing Hendricks up for a super kick. The lights are too bright for Alexia Lane. I mean, they don't look too bright right now. As Alexia Lane continues to batter Kendall Hendricks here. Double knees to the back. That chop is blocked. That right hand is blocked. And now Lane with the crossface locked in. Remember, she got Hendricks to tap out last week. But she's not going to be able to get her to tap there. Big knee by Lane. Now Lane sizing Hendricks up. And now she's got the submission locked in again. Is she going to get Hendricks to tap? Will we have a new champ here? No. Hendricks able to break the hold. Double axe handle by Lane. Lane sent into the ropes. Hendricks ducking under. Big shot to the gut. But Lane with an elbow. And now both these women going to start trading blows in the middle of the ring. Right hand by Lane. Chop by Hendricks. Another right hand by Lane. A right hand by Hendricks. A chop by Lane. Chop by Hendricks. Big right by Lane. There's a block by Hendricks. There's a block by Lane. Hendricks asking Lane for her best. It gets blocked. And now it turns out into a hockey fight. Both women going blow for blow, and it's Alexia Lane who comes out on top. And once again, quickly back into the crossface, but Hendricks' feet are underneath the bottom rope. And now looking for the submission again, but again, her feet are underneath the bottom rope. And now she's got it locked in one more time. The feet are not underneath the bottom rope. Can she get her to tap? Yes, she can! We have a new women's champion! Alexia Lane has climbed the mountain. Get that Twitter post ready, bub. Alexia Lane is your new TNC Women's Champion.
Here is your winner,
Pulled out submission after submission until Kendall Hendricks finally tapped out. And folks, I'm getting word that there's an altercation in the back. And it's Team BCW going after Brenton Graves. It's a 3-on-2 assault. Keith nowhere to be found. It looks like he sent his team after Team TNC. Graves gets dropped on his head. They're doing their best to hold them off. But Isaac Graves may have just been laid out. But wait a minute, the lights just went out. Oh my God! It's Kez Phoenix! Kez is the third man! Kez is the third man for Team TNC! And he's going after Jace Gold! Kez Phoenix aligning with Team TNC, taking out Hunter Hagen. And now going after Maskman as the screen fades to black. Unbelievable. Hopefully security gets back there soon before they all kill each other. Jesus Christ. Team TNC is now up to 3. Pete Brents, Isaac Graves, and Kez Phoenix. Hopefully soon we'll find the identity of the fourth man. Who knows if there even is a fourth man yet. But what an absolutely insane last, 15 minutes of this episode? 15, 20 minutes? That was nuts. The Seth Sadistico match. Air Zero demanding a world title match. We have a new women's champion. And Kez Phoenix is in War Games. That is chaos on a whole new level. Fucking wild. But ladies and gentlemen, that is everything for this week's episode. Be sure to tune in to BCW next week to see what else goes on. And be sure to tune in to TNC on Saturday, where maybe we'll see who the fourth man is. Maybe not. Who knows? Pete Brent is a little busy with a title match. But we'll see what happens. We will see you next week.